growth rate, t is the time in years, p, the initial, p naught, and we also have p is the present. It says 5 years ago. So that's giving us her time. 5 years ago, Helen invested $5,000 at an annual growth rate of 3.7%. What is the present value? So it's looking for the present value, which is capital P. This, 5 years ago, is then P0. So to get this correctly, the easiest way, again, would be to insolve. Basically, anytime you have the formula given to you and some values, just insolve is the easiest way. We know the rate is 3.7%, and we have 1 over a time of 5. 5 years ago, that means t equals 5 there. And then we have the natural log of, we don't know what p is, but we do know we're dividing it by 5,000. And so you could type it in just like that, press comma x, see what the calculator gives you. If you're going to do it by hand, here's what you would do. You'd start the same way. And you go through solving. So the first thing in solving a logarithm, which is a natural log, is to isolate the logarithm. To get rid of this fraction here, it's right now multiplying by 1/5. I'll multiply by the reciprocal, which is multiply by 5 over 1. Then the 1's and the 5's cancel. So I want to multiply this also by 5 over 1, or simply 5. And so I believe we would get 18.5% equals natural log of p over 5,000. Now the way to get rid of the logarithm is you switch it to exponential. And so my base here is e, that's why it's a natural log. So e to this percent, which is the same thing as 0.185, if we want to write it that way, is going to equal, and again I switch these two, p over 5,000. And before I type this in the calculator, my last step will be to multiply by 5,000, because right now I'm dividing by 5,000. That'll make these cancel. So I'll also multiply this by 5,000. So that's what I'm going to type in the calculator. P is going to equal this right there. So let's go over to our calculator, and we'll type in 5,000 times the P, times E to the 18.5%. Press enter, and this tells me my present value is $6,016.09 when I round. P equals $6,016.09. And so that's what I would bubble in over here. It might be easier if I write it out. 6016.09. And now I just bubble in across. It's 16.09. And there's my answer.